Television Broadcasting Center here in Lagos, Nigeria. Well, our guest today, in line with what Mr. Governor has been saying, of course, you understand that earlier interview was a special interview session engagement with Mr. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State, reading out his achievement and, of course, the need for us to know why the game must change come Saturday for him to be back again. Well, my guest here today, it's a woman heading one of these agencies of government that has been so impactful in terms of enablement, empowerment, in every sense of making democratic dividends or service delivery in democracy or good governance to the people very, very unique. And that is talking about the Executive Secretary of the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, Mrs. Teju Abisoye. We want to thank you very much, ma'am, for the honor to have you. Alongside her is Dr. Mrs. Afolakemi Kehinde, a beneficiary of the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Recovery Fund 2.0. Madam, we also want to thank you for the honor of coming today. Well, let me start with the ES because no doubt that your agency has been one of the very unique agencies of government in line with Mr. Governor's vision that has changed the narrative of employment opportunities for people as well as empowering them. What story will you tell us now that we are here? This far that we have come and here we are.
Thank you so much, Mr. Greg. Thanks for having us. Again, my name is Teju Abisoye, like you said. And our mandate at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund is really how to support micro, small and medium enterprises to create more jobs or enable them to create jobs. So apart from all the government programs around roads, infrastructure development that enable job creation, how is the government providing support directly to MSMEs to create jobs? And we have been doing this by granting access to credit. And like Mr. Governor launched, access to grants for businesses to recover post the COVID-19 pandemic. We've been doing this by building capacity and skills for young people in partnership with our multi-layer international development agencies. And we've been supporting the tech ecosystem to grow. And, you know, we are so proud to say that Lagos became the startup capital of Africa because, of course, Mr. Governor's deliberate programs, policies to ensure that there's promotion and growth for the tech ecosystem.
Now, based on what your mandate is and what you have done and what we see practically, realistically too, if you must key in line with what Mr. Governor said, a rise in Lagos, a greater Lagos rising, connecting with that, do you agree with that statement?
I think there's no question about it that there's a greater Lagos rising. And we've seen we've seen the conversations along the years, and we've seen that it can only get better when there's continuity and we're following the same development plan and we understand, people in leadership have the experience and understand what it takes to continue with good governance. So we really see a greater Lagos rising when we then look at something like the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, and what we can do is improve our services, improve the opportunities that MSMEs will have through an agency of government like the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. So while we have been able to support over 20,000 businesses with grants and credit, we've supported over 64,000 in capacity development. We've trained over 15,000 young people and placed them in jobs. We've supported...
Place them in jobs.
Yes.
That's creating job opportunities as
yes,
well.
Directly working with the private sector. We've been able to support over 500,000 businesses. What we're saying is, can we double this? Can we double this impact? Because there's continuity. Can we make sure that this continues to grow and not that somebody, not that we're trying to change the story or, you know, reinvent the wheel. If something works, you can only improve it. And I think that's the story about Greater Lagos Rising.
If something works, you can only improve it. And that's what we are clamoring for. We need to change it and make it work. Well, if you're in doubt, there is no need we're going too far. Sitting close to the ES here today is one of the beneficiaries of the Lagos State government policy drive through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund in terms of what the ES just said, giving grant, giving credit, and of course empowering, making lives more better for younger people. Dr. Mrs. Afolakemi Kehinde is a beneficiary of the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Scheme. Madam, let's hear your testimony. You are a beneficiary. Yeah. I want you to look at the camera. Tell the story. How's it been like? You know, we don't have much time, but the best you can, Doc, what would you have to tell people about the truism in what we are saying, that it is real, is not fake?
The program is real, and it's very helpful. I was a beneficiary of the Recovery Fund, and I got to a time I benefited it at a time that I needed intervention seriously. At the end of the day, the money they gave to me was able to help me out of the holes I was in. I need to upgrade my packaging material to international standard. So all means to get fund wasn't okay, and I heard of this recovery fund of LSETF. I applied for it. The application was so simple, easy, straightforward.
Do you know anyone? Did you have to know anybody?
This is my first time of meeting her.
You are the first time of just even meeting the head of the agency.
You saw it here. Oh, this is my first time. I didn't even know her. I don't know her name, but it was just
a transparent process.
Yes, a friend. Through WhatsApp, I got the information. So I said, give me the link. I applied for it.
Did you believe when they gave you the link?
At first,
you were doubting, right?
Yes.
You were doubting.
I said, Lagos,
like the doubting Thomas,
yes.
right? You were not sure.
But the lady said, no, do it. I said, have you benefited from it? She said, don't worry, let us do it together. And honestly, she's at Aja. I was there. I was picked. I was surprised when the message came in.
Without knowing anybody?
Yeah, they just said we should submit everything online. Everything they asked us to submit, I submitted it. And before I know it, it's not up to a month, they sent the message.
You got a message.
That was selected. I called the lady, she said, well, that's for you, go, I'm expecting my. Later, the second batch, she was selected too.
Wow.
Honestly.
So, what is that telling you, and what will you tell them? This is your story. Is it a conviction of what we are saying, that it is real?
Yeah, Lagos State, LSETF is for real. You don't have to believe in stories here and there. Just go there. There are people that they are doing things based on merit. And not only the grant alone, they will still follow you up again. If you need more of that grant, just follow up on the link. They are there for us.
So for doubting Thomases who do not believe, what will you tell them?
What I would tell them...
Because you also doubted, you know, that
yeah,
you were skeptical.
Yeah.
But until it came, you were not sure.
Yeah, and what even surprised me most about that program that I love most is after giving you the grant, they will still follow you up to ask you, what do you need? How you will go about it. For me, this Christmas product, LSETF, buy on my market, up to about... buy some of my
you
product
made a lot of
to
money.
Encourage you more. They will request for your product.
So they follow up on you, not just leaving you to ensure you are getting it right.
Yeah, I was staying only on Offer the Rice. Through LSETF, they asked me to join another product on it, which another chain, which is Gary.
Value chain.
Before I know it, they bought everything from me, and since then I've been continuing on other products.
So you have continued and you are still doing it.
Yeah, and they're still there for me.
So what can you say about Mr. Governor, for the man who did this? What will you tell others?
Honestly,
do you have your PVC?
Yeah.
Are you sure you are going to vote this Saturday?
Even I've been voting for him since last week. I've been telling my people that please vote for our governor.
Are you spreading the campaign that they should do that?
Yeah.
And believe in a man who can do it? No, I'm just asking. People said I should ask you that.
Yeah.
You're sure?
Yeah, our governor can do it, and he has been doing before. For him to give us more of him, please, let us vote for him. We are voting for him.
My ears, her story is not only a conviction, but the reality of the truth that must be told. For you, are you stopping, or you are still doing more?
I think that there's just the opportunity to do a lot more. I think her story tells what is necessary in the ecosystem. 83% of people, of businesses, especially micro business, will tell you that their biggest challenge to growth is access to affordable finance. And what LSETF wants to be able, we want to do more. We want to be able to support more businesses. We want to be able to provide access to affordable financing for more businesses, especially since they can grow. Maybe part of her story is packaging. She's employed
She
more
said she's just
people
meeting you for the first time.
Yes.
in the studio.
So
But I know her.
Kotsi LTV bringing you together without knowing that. That's good.
Yes, and yeah, she's employed more people. She's expanded her value, value chain, the lines she's working on. So there's so much opportunity for businesses. If LSETF is given the opportunity, we will do a lot more in the ecosystem.
For the man behind the scene that is giving you all this strength, if you must talk about Mr. Governor, because we must also ask you that.
Yes.
For those watching, what is your own understanding, your perception, your narrative of who this man is?
And I can't say it again and again and again, but the truth for me is, look, experience matters a lot in public space. People should not take it for granted at all that it's about just having an education. But the experience he has trumps any other person or any other candidate you may think right now. His commitment to people, his empathy, his commitment to businesses is extremely commendable. The continuity he has strove to make sure happens in Lagos State must be commended. He has made sure that, you know, he finished quite a number of projects. LSETF is one testimony. His commitment to improve LSETF is part of it. I don't want to talk about, we've increased partnerships by over 600%. He started the grants program to make sure businesses recover. We've done a lot more across all our programs because of his commitment to the ecosystem, to tech development, to MSME development, for job creation and economic livelihoods. He's the man for the job. There's nobody else.
Before I let you off the hook, ma'am, can you just, for doubting Thomases who are still in doubt, like she was also in doubt, she didn't believe, for doubting Thomases, in just 1 minute, what would you tell them that's about the
So the
LSE?
Lagos State Employment Trust Fund is set up by government. It's an agency of government to ensure that your business prospers, you get the right capacity and the right skills. So yes, visit the website, lsetf.ng. We have call centers. We have 26 liaison offices spread across Lagos State. And you can get access online or through any of the liaison offices to any of our programs.
We thank you so very much. Madam, what is your own parting words now?
My own parting word is that, as Madam have said, LSETF project or program is there for every MSME entrepreneur. Wherever you are, get into their link, fill it up. They are there for you at any point in time to lift you up and your business. Not only grant did I obtain from them, there are some special training you need as an entrepreneur to orient you, expose you to some things, and certifications too. They get it for you. NAFDAC, USFDA, they are there for you, and more like that. So
that's just as much we can take. We want to thank you too, Dr. Mrs. Afolakemi Kehinde. Please spread the news. Evangelize the gospel of Mr. Governor, that they need to know that this thing is real, it's not fake. We thank you so very much again, my yes. Forgive me, time is not on our side.
No problem.
You can understand we need to showcase Mr. Governor very rightly. So we thank you. Well, viewers at home, that's just as much we can take for today. Thanking you out there, but I'm sure seeing is believing, people say universally. My friend Joshua will always say, when you see something, say something and do something. This is just what we've done. We've seen it, you can hear them. We're saying it, you also listen. And it can be done because you are convinced that it is reality. So we thank you. Do the right thing. Go out there, make sure you vote, and make it count. We thank you for today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good afternoon.
Tell me what you hear, and tell me what you see. Tell me what you know about Lagos. Tell me what you see, and tell me what you know. Tell me what you hear about Lagos. What's on to Baleko? What's on to Rileko? Dakus on to Moleko. Ekomado, Oloyi. To Bate Jayore. Aye Beleko. Survere, Kushi, Akeke, Aja, Amale. Lẹ́kì. Ọ̀rọ̀ ajé ń kọ́. Àǹfààní bẹ́ẹ̀ lè kó. Alábà Tréfiẹ̀ Ládìpọ̀ Yamamade ọ̀nà. Ayé ń bẹ́ẹ̀ lè kó rẹ̀. Ajé ń bẹ́ẹ̀ lè kó. Owó ń bẹ́ẹ̀ lè kó. Ní ọlá ọmọlúwàbí. Ọ̀gbìn fẹ́ kó. Brigadier Mobolaji Johnson. Ọ̀gbìn fẹ́ kó. Commander.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. During the month of Ramadan, the relationship between Almighty Allah and the Muslims evolves. And like any relationship, if given time, attention, and focus, the bond can be strengthened and reinforced. The holy month of Ramadan is here again, the month of supplication, piety, and total submission to the will and doctrines of Allah. To showcase Islamic events and activities during this month of Ramadan, including call to prayer, tafsir, Rayyan and Basit, and other programs, join Lagos Television's Ramadan pre-dawn telecast program, Ejisari. Ejisari provides a credible platform for corporate organizations, Islamic organizations, and philanthropists. For further inquiries, please call 0802-282-9898 or 0803-497-2003. Masalam.